Welcome to the trailer for Focus Fridays. Something new that we're trying, right?
And new music.
Yes, new music that we're super excited about.
It makes me feel like I'm in the Caribbean.
I know, it's happy. So anyway, we're Finn and Emma, and today's a little bit of a sneak peek as a trailer of our season 1 of Focus Fridays.
Over the last year and a half, we've had a lot of people reaching out to us and asking different questions. And we've also started to see some different themes come up on the show that we felt there were some maybe topics that we could talk about in depth that were outside of our normal story-based interview and hearing different people tell their non-monogamous journeys. So we've reached out to a bunch of different content creators, coaches, and sex educators in this space and actually outside of the space, which is really cool. We've been able to pull in some people who aren't really in the non-monogamy space to create some different interviews, again, that are focused on topics rather than stories. And we're really, really excited to be able to work with people and promote what they're doing and have them bring some of their wisdom onto our platform.
Yeah, so if you can't tell, we're excited. Over the next 10 weeks, we're going to be releasing different interviews on separate topics that we're going to go through in a minute. But first, we wanted to tell you where you can find these episodes. There are going to be 2 options. The first is you don't have to do anything. They're going to be published right here on our normal channel every Friday for 10 weeks.
The second option is you can download all 10 episodes right now if you go to our website, normalizingnonmonogamy.com. Click on the courses tab at the top, and you will have the opportunity to, again, download all 10 episodes at once. And if you would like to, you're welcome to make a contribution, whatever makes you feel good, or have them for free if you would like. The reason we're doing it this way is because we think this information is super important and we want to get it out there, and we don't want to hold information behind a paywall. However, it did take us a long time to put this together, and we got a lot of input and work from the other contributors, and we're planning to take the contributions that we get and split them up and share them with the different contributors in whatever way we have agreed with them. So you're not only helping support us, but you're helping support the work of the other people who have helped make this possible. So we thank you for that, and we know they thank you for that as well.
Yes, thank you so much. So let's quickly cover the list of topics that we're going to be introducing in this series. The first is a list of common vocabulary in the non-monogamy space. And Finn and I do not do this alone. We interview some of our best friends, Matt and Jessica, who have no background in non-monogamy whatsoever.
Yeah, this doesn't get awkward at all.
Episode 2 is on intentional conversations with Catherine. She is a counselor and relationship coach, and she's also on episode 57 of our podcast with her husband, Ray.
Number 3 is on health, sexual health, and STIs with Dr. Evelyn Dacker. She is a family physician out in Oregon and is also the executive director of Sex Positive Portland. And episode 4 is a continuation on the health and STIs discussion with Courtney Brame, who is the founder of a new nonprofit called Something Positive for Positive People, as well as the host of a podcast with the same name.
Episode 5 is on consent and communication with Ginger and Ryan from the Life on the Swing Set podcast and also the Intellectual Foreplay podcast. You can also find them on episode 52 of our show.
Number 6
is our first discussion on shame, and that is with AJ from the Discomfortable podcast, which is also a podcast on shame.
Number 7 is also on shame with Jack and Jill, who we interviewed on episode 97. They are former Mennonites and are now exploring swinging in their own right and dealing with coming out of the shame of a religious background.
Yeah. Episode 8 is about navigating sexuality with Angela and Bradford from the By the By podcast. And they're actually on episode 5 of our show if you want to go back and check that out too.
That's way back.
Way back.
Number 9, transitioning relationships, better known as
Breaking Up,
with Libby Sinbach. She is a relationship coach and educator, as well as the host of a new podcast called Making Polyamory Work, and you can listen to her on episode 98 of this show.
And finally, our episode 10 is about bringing up non-monogamy to your partner with Catherine again. Again, she's on episode 57 of our show. On this episode, we had people call into our show and leave stories of how they brought non-monogamy up to their partner, and we go ahead and talk about it. And that's a wrap.
That's it. All said and done. So again, if you would like to find all 10 of these, if you just can't wait, head over to normalizingnonmonogamy.com. You can download all 10 of them under the courses tab. Otherwise, feel free to wait till next Friday and you can listen to us awkwardly stumble through relationship definitions with our friends who don't know anything about non-monogamy.
Yeah, so come back next week. We can't wait to get this stuff out here. Thanks so much for listening.
And thank you for supporting us and all of the other contributors to this. Your support is greatly appreciated.
Very true. Thank you so much.